So, welcome to Keefe Tech. It is December 18th, and I am Allison Rose, and I'm here with Rhonda Grasberger, and we are at the Ashland Swimming and Diving Meet.
Hooray! So our venue tonight is against the Holliston Medway team. They've merged, so it is one team, so it's a dual meet, and this is our first dual meet of the season.
Is it? But it's not the first meet of the season.
We had a scrimmage against Wayland last week that went really well. It was within 10 points.
Oh, wow. So, I guess we should let the audience know neither one of us are very skilled announcers, so bear with us. We know the sport. We don't know announcing.
We do know who our coaches are. We want to share who they are because we got a second here. Ann Meisner. Go ahead to share a little bit.
So, Ann, I'm sorry. How do you pronounce her?
Meisner.
Meisner. Ann Meisner. She has been the coach for Ashland for the...
Let's say 5 years.
Yeah, it looks like 5 years.
Coach under Nicole Carter prior to being the head varsity coach.
I was able to print off all this information, and she definitely looks like she is a qualified coach.
Just coming off her Natick High School girls swim team season, they had an extraordinary, great season in the fall. You know, as before we talk about Heather Keaveney and our assistant coach, I want to go ahead and say that we're getting ready for the 200 medley relay. Fun way to start the meet. People are going to be confused seeing boys and girls swimming together. Because the teams are so small, we have to do co-ed swimming. Every relay has to have at least one girl. Unless the girls are absolutely fantastic, then they can have all the girls they want. But as you see, the girls, there will be at least one girl on each of the relays. Our lanes are 1, 3, and 5 for this venue. Lane 1 is the closest to us. Lane 6 is the farthest away. And the other team, Holliston Medway, will be in lane 2, 4, 6. Lane 1, we have Petit, Ben, and Bridget. Lane 3, we have Alex, Pexy, Jack, Philip, Michelle. And lane 5, Sam, Vanya, Peter, and Katie. We'll tell you their last names later on.
So for the people that don't know, what is a 200 medley relay?
Well, the swimmers have just got on the water for the 50 backstroke leg, 2 lengths of backstroke. And because the dolphin kick is so fast, they want to stay underwater streamlined. So you saw that one very long start done beautifully by Alex Pexy as he rolls into a wonderful flip. He's a backstroker. He has the team record in the 100 back. He's only a sophomore.
Wow.
They're not using blocks tonight because one of the blocks is broken. So the athletes have to start from the side of the pool.
Lane 5.
Lane 5's block is broken.
Yep.
Apparently, for the MIA rules, you can't have it unfair where one athlete has no starting block, so they all have to go without a starting block. So tonight's times aren't going to be as fast as in the past.
Well, it looks like right now Ashland's in first and second.
I see our breaststroke leg. I think that's
Jack Emberley,
yeah.
who is also a fellow WACA-TV employee.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
He's got a nice breaststroke. I've known him as a distance freestyler. This is his first year on the Ashland High School swim team, but he swims USA for Shawmut. That third athlete was Philip, a new swimmer. He's from Crimson, not a new swimmer, an experienced USA swimmer, but he's moved to Ashland recently, so we're thrilled to have him. He's very talented. It looks like they're going to let Michelle do the 50 freestyle at the end. So the medley relay starts with a backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle legs. And we see that we've got a nice opportunity to get a close. We could earn points in second if our freestyler can make up some time. It looks like it's going to be an opportunity. She's picking up some time on that lane right next to her from Holliston Medway.
Yeah, so
hopefully Michelle will get 8.
Looks like Ashland's definitely going to come in first. It's going to be close for second and third.
Okay.
Ashland first. Ashland first and second.
I think Landry did pull that off. That's Katie Landry
looks like
with
first
the
and second.
Finishing leg. The way the scoring goes is for relays, 8 points for first, 4 points for second, 2 points for third, and I think 1 point for fourth. For the
I actually
individual
have it printed
events.
out because I was not sure.
So, great. So for the
That's for championship meets. So individual relay events, 5 points for first.
Yeah.
Oh, is it wrong?
Yes.
All right.
Unfortunately, I think it's 8-4-2-1 and it's 6-4-3-2-1. What I'll do is I'll check it on later on during the first scoring. We'll
Okay.
be given some information by the officials
Okay.
at a certain point before the diving.
All right.
And at that point, we'll double check on how the scoring is going. Also,
Okay.
the scoring can't be official by us because there's disqualifications. Then
Yeah.
there's judging on every race. For instance, an early dive would disqualify a relay that could have gotten 8
Yeah.
points. Bottom line is the relays are very important to win. The scoring goes way in the advantage of the winning team. I know that seems obvious, but in an individual race, if the athletes get second and third, that's better than getting first. In a relay, it's double as good to win. So here we are heading into the tuna freestyle. And lane 1, we have Emily Pepper. Lane 3, Jack Emberley. And lane 5, Johnny Pexey. There's 8 long lengths. This is an endurance event, especially for seasonal swimmers that don't swim year-round. And I think Emily's coming off her volleyball season.
Yes, I remember the name from volleyball. They did okay this year, volleyball-wise.
Jack and Johnny, I think, also swam this event at Wayland. Jack was very close to Craig Barrett's team record. Craig Barrett is here tonight, coming back from WPI, visiting his team, his old stomping ground.
I actually have the team record. It is 1 minute, 44.71 seconds.
Well, it might be obnoxious, but I have a stopwatch. I'm going to try and gauge it on my own.
Yeah, let's see if someone can come close to it.
But without a starting block. I really think they're all losing about 2 seconds of height. It's the elevation of the block.
Yeah, probably
that
helps.
gives them such distance.
Yeah, probably helps with the length too, how far out they can dive.
So I'm happy how those relays went.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ann is. That's a really nice start. Katie pulled that home.
Yeah. I used to swim. I started swimming out at Suburban in Framingham when I was very little. I was on the swim team until about 13 or 14. And I remember the relays being like one of my least favorite things. Yeah.
Because the pressure
Yeah.
of wanting to do well for
so
your
much
teammates.
pressure to be good for everyone else. And then I'd like dive wrong and end up with water in my nose, and it was always just a bad time.
I'm fascinated that not only do we not have starting blocks because one is broken for this venue and we have to jump off the side or start in the pool for backstroke, but we don't have an official timing start system.
Yeah.
Ashland High School owns one, and I'm not sure why we're not using it tonight. It's not our hosted meet. It's not our home meet. It's Holliston Medway's, but still, it makes such a difference to hear the electronic beep.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like Jack's out to a fabulous start.
It looks like Ashline's in first and second again, with Jack in first and Johnny in second.
Some of Jack's best events are the 500 free, which is a high school event, and the mile, which he swims for USA Swimming. So what I do notice is very strong splits coming home. Even though he looks like he's sprinting and he could potentially lose some of that sprint, I don't think he will. He's very, very well paced. And I see Johnny picking up on the Medway Holliston athlete in lane 4.
So they're about to reach the 100.
Believe it or not, this isn't the 100, it's the 150.
Oh.
They're really fast.
Yeah.
And actually,
I miscounted.
And well-paced female athletes are in lane 1, are Emily Pepper, and in lane 6, their athlete. And so it's relevant. The male athletes are about 10 seconds faster in this event, which is almost a full pull length.
Oh, looks like Ashland has come up ahead of the...
Yes, looks like they're going to get 1-2 in this event.
Yep.
And he was not as close as he was at Wayland to the team record, and I really attribute that to the block. I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of times today.
Yeah, I saw something on the athletic Twitter post, the Ashland athletic Twitter, that he got pretty close to the record. They had tweeted something out about it.
Yeah, I think it was maybe close to 150, but for the beginning with no tech suit on,
Yeah.
no taper, and they're getting up every morning so early. Okay, so moving on to the next event, we've got the 200 IM. This, I think, is the most grueling event. I think this is harder than the 500 free. The 200 IM is the combination of the 4 strokes.
Yep.
It's different, though, than the medley relay. The medley relay starts in the water with the backstroke. The 200 IM begins with a butterfly.
Yep.
50 fly, 50 back, 50 breast, 50 free.
Those were never fun either.
I was not a breaststroker. I could not.
I still can't get the butterfly motion down. Years later, still can't figure it out. I just feel like I'm flopping on the water.
What was your favorite?
Freestyle.
And
Yeah.
distance or sprint?
More so distance.
Like a 200.
Yeah.
Cool.
I enjoyed just swimming and taking my time, and I still do. Like, I will still go to the pool and just swim nonstop. Just keep going. Sometimes I'll trade between breaststroke and freestyle, but
It's great. Are you suburban?
no, I am now over at the Westboro Swim and Tennis Club.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Is Arnie Cohen there?
I have no clue.
I think Ann was there. Ann Meisner was there for a while. I know Nicole Carter was there for a while. And they've moved on to different venues. And
Yeah.
obviously Ann's here on deck helping us.
Yeah. I just started swimming there. I like the combination of like gym classes, swimming pool, so you can like get a mixture of everything, change it up daily.
It's
And
fantastic. Well, lap swimming is enough for me. I don't have energy to do anything but swim after my day. Here we have this fun 200 IM. We've got Bev Brion in lane 1 and Alex Pexy lane 3 and Alex Gu. Alex Gu's the younger brother of Roger Gu, who has a zillion of our speed records for Ashland High School. And he's now at Tufts, if I'm correct, and he holds both records in the 50 and 100
Oh,
at
wow.
Tufts. Just broke the 50 record at MIT a few
Oh,
weeks
wow.
ago. But I
Yeah.
think Alex is good in the backstroke as well as the freestyle. Go ahead, what were you going to say?
I don't remember what I was going to say. This is a lot of pressure.
I'm glad you're here with
Yeah.
me. I really, truly am. And I remember your mom over a decade ago, we were trying to put the team together, giving it as advice, giving us support, knowing that it was beyond time that the community of Ashland had a swim and dive program.
Yeah, I definitely wish when I was in high school that there was a swim team at Ashland.
Morning practices and all?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
They
They were a lot earlier when it first started.
well,
6:15, I guess, isn't that bad, but 5:15, not so much.
6:15 is so much better, and shout out to Betsy Emberley, who's Jack Emberley's mom, who was very involved in the committees looking at a later start time for Ashland High School. Because of that, the kids get extra 45 minutes sleep because
Yeah.
their practices starts hours later. So it's a pattern because the Holliston Medway team seems to have a good volume of boys. It seems to be boys seem to be in the middle of the pool. It's a great advantage to be in the middle.
Yeah.
As far as the wake and the waves, and to hold the lead on the flat water
Yeah.
is considered gaining speed. It gives you an opportunity to advance your win if you're already in first place. But it looks like Alex has got a little competition there. Alex and Johnny are both great in this event. Alex, if I'm correct, is coming off a senior meet, a very serious senior meet for his USA team this weekend. So he's swum more than 7 days a week. Some of those days doubles, with,
Yeah.
adding USA commitments.
Well, I mean, he's still in first.
See his backstroke?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really where he stands out. It's that beautiful smooth stroke. But Alex is doing a beautiful job, great form, and Bev's she's our leading female athlete, beating out her competition from Holliston Medway. She's a strong freestyler, she was our breaststroker last week in the medley. So I'm hoping that she's going to hang in there and earn us that fifth point that you can get in an individual event. Alex is not a breaststroker, but he's very, very fit. So I do think that he can
catch up.
Yeah. And look, I do think I see the strength in Alex's pull. Look at his catch under the water.
Yep. Oh, I think he's just snuck out in first.
I think he's definitely going to outperform the gentleman next to him. Yeah, great swim. Great swim. If it keeps going this far, I don't think we're going to be keeping score.
Oh,
yay!
Looks like it's probably going to be first and third for Ashland.
And does.
Yeah,
easily
going to get fifth.
The leading women's
Yep.
place. So good job, Alex. Good job.
Good job to everybody.
2 Alexes in that race.
I feel like it's probably very intimidating to be swimming in this pool all with guys.
It is.
And trying to keep up with them, and you physically just can't.
There was so much hype and excitement with the Hopkinton meet last year, which we lost by 6 points, which would have won us the Tri-Valley League.
Yep.
That some of our girls did outstanding state qualifying times caught up in the speed of the boys.
Oh.
They were fortunate enough to get caught up in like the 3rd fastest, 4th fastest boys wake.
Oh, wow.
And it was this middle tier of competition that was wonderful. But it's hard start of season. And as I say, I think they're really trying to pick from both the town of Holliston and Medway to find their best boys, which is a lot for a girl to try and compete against. Here comes a very quick race, the 50 free.
One of my favorites.
Lane 1 will be Katie Landry. Lane 3 will be Vanya Lukashev, and then Sam Govan in lane 5. Katie is a captain this year, and so is Ben Thorner, as well as Johnny Pexey. And our 4th captain is Anastasia Golprina. The delays before doing a sprint event is the most aggravating of all, because the sprint, you just have to coil and be so pumped up and ready, set, go. And if there's like a random 5 minutes where the judges have an issue or a disqualification, it can be so frustrating. Katie got a magnificent dive. This is her best event. She competed in states in this last year. So see, she's right in the pack.
Yeah. Everyone is. It's pretty close.
I think Vanya's going to take this, and
yep. Looks like it's going to Ashland first, second, and 5th again.
Fast swimming, considering no block was there.
The record for boys is 21.36 seconds, and the record for girls is 24.81 seconds. Both of them were set in 2016.
There's a second heat of the 50 free, which is a wonderful thing. We want as many kids as possible to have an opportunity to compete, especially because the 50 freestyle and the 100 freestyle create relay spots. So people can move up. People can improve their position. I see a Ashland High School graduate coming here. We have a lot of visitors that have graduated from Ashland High School swim and dive program.
I'm sure it's probably one of the first days home from college break.
Oh, yeah. If they came home last weekend, today's Monday. So we have Abby Hirschhorn, we have Claire Roxcombe, and we have Brittany Steele, lane 5. I'm pretty sure Abby and Brittany are freshmen. Brittany's also diving for us. I think she's also going to be diving today. No, she's not going to be diving today. But what's fascinating is you can do some swimming events and dive.
Huh.
And one unfortunate thing about diving, the beauty of diving and the talent and the skill and the training that goes into it, it only counts as one event in the overall score of, of a dual meet. So that 20-minute venue is only good for one, 6-point place, 5-point place. Not a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame. Oh, it looks like Ashlyn's going to end with 4th and 5th and 6th.
And probably hard for the newer athletes because they've been taught the blocks. They expect to be racing on a block, and now they're on a slippery tile surface, which just isn't as comfortable. Now we got the diving venue coming up.
Oh, okay. So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back when diving has started. All right, we are back.
You're gonna want to hear.
Okay.
So it's going to be very difficult to hear what's being said on the deck, but right now it looks like we have our first diver. This is Emma Landry. And I'm going to double check because, yes, this is.
The score was 4, 5, 5, and 5.
Oh, that's excellent. She's a sophomore. She did do some diving last year, but that's a great start. This is going to be a Holliston Medway diver who we don't know, so it gives us a chance to talk about our coach, Heather Keevaney. I know you have some wonderful bio details on her. We're lucky to have Heather back. 8th season.
Yep. Began as a gymnast. Sorry. So they got 4, 8, 8, and 6.5. So this is Emma.
No, back it looks like Shelley is coming out now. Shelley Neerman. She's a freshman. And unfortunately, the reason I'm having trouble identifying her is I've never met her.
Yeah.
But she's going to be doing a 201A back dive straight. Look beautiful, very clean.
Score is 5, 5.5, and 5.5.
Excellent. Okay, looks like Holliston Medway is going to have. No, looks like we're going to have Vanya's brother, Peter Lukashev, who's a freshman this year. So great. We have 3 divers in Holliston Medway. It's going to make much more interesting airtime for our Ashland viewers.
Yeah, it is.
Here
Move
goes
a lot
Peter.
faster, too.
Peter's doing a 302C back tuck. With one somersault.
The score is 5.5, 4, and 4.5.
Now, the degree of difficulty is multiplied by the judge's score. The degree of difficulty makes a huge difference in the overall score of the athlete. Each athlete gets 6 dives. So it looks like we have Emma Landry back. She's doing a back one somersault tuck, 202C. Beautiful.
Score is 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, and 6.
Is Emma hearing 4 or 3 scores? 3 scores.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I got caught up on the 5.5.
Those are nice and close. We like it when judges scoring isn't like 2 points off, because it really makes everyone wonder, are we not all looking for the same qualities in the dive? That looked tremendous.
The score for that was 6, 6.5, and 6.
With a probably high degree of difficulty. They can range from like 1.4 to 3.2. So doing the math with those 3 judging scores can make a huge difference from a beginning dive. Here we have Shelley Neerman with her second dive. Back, 1 somersault straight, 202A.
The score is 4, 4.5, and 3.5.
Now we have fairly new divers, being freshman and sophomore. Any score at all is impressive. They're completing the dive as it's expected to be done. In front of a crowd in their first dual meet.
The score is 5, 3.5, and 4.5.
See, that's a bit of a range. That was an inward dive tuck, 401C. I understand those inward dives to be very difficult. Well, I've never tried. And here we're back to Emma. That was a back dive with a 1.5 twist, 5-2-11A.
6, 5.5, and 5.5.
That's great. Their diver.
So out of how many points are they trying to get? Is it 10 out of 10 for each
Yes,
judge?
yes, scaled on a 1 to 10. And interestingly, the proximity to the board. What was her?
6, 6.5, and 6.5, I believe.
The proximity of the board shows the control of the diver, so it's positive to complete your dive close to the board, even though it looks scary. Here goes Emma Landry. Forward dive tuck, 101C.
Score is 5.5, 5.5, and 5.
I have to pay attention. I'm thinking that was Shelley. No, that was Emma. So I might have missed a score there.
I think we might have flipped the 2 of them. We are very sorry.
Sorry about that. Okay, here goes Peter again. So that was a back dive with a half twist, 5-2-11A.
The score is 5, 4, and 4.5.
Okay. Great. So we're back to Shelley.
Yep.
And I think it's this one. Yep.
Maybe it's that one.
I think that was a back dive with a half twist.
5, 5, and 5, I believe.
And that was a 5-2-11-8. Then we have their diver.
Well, I just overheard that this difficulty is a 1.6 on this dive. The one that this
Okay.
girl is doing right now. The score is 7, 7, and 6.5.
Okay, so those are some of her highest scores, and that was probably her lowest degree of difficulty dive.
Yeah, probably.
So she's the most efficient at it because it has left difficult. She's done it more times. Looks like we're going to have Emma back with a 101C forward dive tuck.
The score is 4, 4.5, and 4.5.
Great.
The difficulty of this dive is 1.2.
Okay. It's a forward dive tuck, 101C.
The score is 5, 4.5, and 4.5.
And keep in mind, every single one of these dives is scripted. It has to be done exactly in this order of 6 dives. It has to be every component of every dive. Now we're going back to Shelley. She did a forward dive, pike, 101B.
The score is 6, 6.5, and 6.5.
Great. Nice high scores.
The difficulty of this one is 2.1.
2.1. All right. So we're getting up there. Starting backwards on the diving board. Beautiful.
5.5, 6.5, and 7.5. Maybe. I did not catch the first number.
Still impressive score for a high degree of difficulty. To our Emma Landry on her 5th dive. It's a forward 1 somersault tuck, 103C.
The score is 5, 5, and 4.5.
Excellent. Peter's back. Peter's doing a forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 103C.
I believe I just heard that the difficulty is 1.6.
1.6. It's one of his harder so far.
Three and a half, 4.5, and 4.5 is the score.
In a hard dive. And here we have Shelley.
Difficulty of this one is 1.7.
1.7. It's hard. Back 1 somersault half twist. Okay, so maybe.
I don't think they're.
Okay, so that'll count as a pass
No
on
score.
that. No score. So some component of that exact dive wasn't there. And as I say, she's a freshman diver, and she's done extraordinarily well. Already completed 5 dives to the expectations of the judges.
The score was 6.5, 6.5, and 6.5.
Wow. As you mentioned earlier, what even makes this harder is there's required dives per week within the league. This week, a forward group dive is required. So not only are these beginning, on our side, beginning divers, but they are required to do things that they might not be ready for. That was an inward dive tuck.
The score is 5, 5.5, and 5.
5.5 and 5. That was for Emma Landry. Excellent, excellent last dive. Excellent.
The score is 5, 4.5, and 4.5.
Well, and I bet that had a good degree of difficulty. That was a reverse one somersault tuck, 301C. The divers, in order to qualify for sectionals and states, need to complete their highest score twice, and there are qualification times or numbers for sectionals and states, as well as those dives have to be all different dives. They can't do the same dive. They have to do the dives required to be at that level. So the whole variety, like what Peter just did with that reverse one somersault, extremely hard. You, as a diver, you can't say, no, I won't do a back dive. I won't do a inward. That's not an option. Whereas swimmers can sort of say, no thanks on the butterfly.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like they are setting up
to warm up.
Yeah, setting up to go back to the rest of the swim meet. So we will be right back.
Sounds good.
All right, so coming up in this section, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. So I'm Allison Rose, and with me I have
Todd Carter here in the booth.
We are recording this after the fact. Had a little bit of technical difficulties over the next 10 minutes, so we figure we'll fill you guys in. So the scores for the diving, Ashland came in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And right now we have the 100 fly. And in lane 1,
we have Anastasia Galperina. In lane 3, we have Philip Nikolov. And in lane 5, we have Peter Lukashev.
So the 100 fly is 4 lengths of the pool.
And, of course, doing the infamous fly, which is super difficult, by the way.
Yes.
This is an athletic feat in itself, learning to do the fly.
The boys' record is 53, almost 53 seconds, which was set in 2014, and the girls' record is, I can't flip over my piece of paper. The girls' record is a minute and a minute and half a second. Like we said before, nobody's going to be breaking any records tonight because no one's diving off the block. But so far it looks like Ashland has come in first with
lane 3, Philip Nikolov.
And then also 4th and 5th. And then we got lane 6, the Holliston Medway swimmer, coming up behind.
So this is so far, good swim here for Ashland. Great job in the 100 fly. They'll take their cool down lap as we prepare for the 100 free, where in lane 1 we're going to have Michelle Grasberger. In lane 3 we're going to have Sam Govan. And in lane 5, Jake Pierson. And hopefully we're getting those the names right.
The names correct. Sorry, everybody. Doesn't look like Holliston Medway has a swimmer in lane 2.
Yeah, it looks like their only swimmer for the 100 free will be in lane 4.
And 6.
They have 4 and 6.
Yep, they got
I
lanes 2, 4, and
6.
6. We have lanes 1, 3, and 5.
Okay. I didn't see the man in 6, but
that's okay. He's back there hiding.
Yep. This is a little difficult doing it after the fact. We're watching this. I was not actually at this swim meet.
No, you were not. We were hoping we'd have our very own Jack Emberley, who was also part of the Ashland team, come and announce this over Christmas break, but unfortunately schedules did not match up, and so...
So you guys are stuck with me, which will be interesting. So, it's always fun.
All right, and there they go.
Wow. Lane 4, I don't know the gentleman's name, but off to a great start here.
Yeah, but he quickly has 2 Ashland members close behind him.
Sam Govan, I think, has an opportunity here. And one of the things that's so crucial, especially in the 100 free, is watch while they're underwater. That's where you really get a lot of that power, is off that kickoff. And Sam Govan usually has a very good one, not quite as much there as he's going to fall just short, but still a great second place effort. And
So Ashland will come in second, third, and fourth. And Holliston Medway came in first, and fifth. So the next race we have is the 500 free, and that's going to be a long one.
yes, you were telling me a little bit before. We did some a little bit of debriefing before this. And as we were going over it, I didn't realize that, what is it, one way is only 25
One way
meters?
is only 25 yards.
25 yards, sorry.
25 yards. So 4 lengths of a pool, when they swim 4 lengths,
That's
that
the 100.
is the 100, and then they have to swim the pool 20 laps to make up this 500 free. In lane 1, we have Beverly Breon. In lane 3, our very own Jack Emberley. And in lane 5, Johnny Pexey.
So I'm interested to see this, actually, because I have heard great things about Jack Emberley's swimming abilities. He's in a junior Olympics type league.
So the first race of the year, he was very close to breaking one of the records. Like we said before, no records were broken tonight. Because they're not on the starting blocks, their times were greatly diminished. But we definitely hope to see him break some records by the end of the year.
And I'm sure he will, because he is, again, a fantastic swimmer. So one of the things I know that he's told me about is this is his first year, actually, in Ashland swimming. Again, he usually does this junior
so I
Olympics
just
type
want to interrupt you. As you can see at the very end of the pool, they have team members holding how many lanes they have left underwater, so the swimmers know, and the swimmers can pace themselves so they know how much longer they have in the race. So they don't have to count the lanes, because I know when I'm swimming, after 4 or 5 laps, I lose track of where I've been, or how many more laps I have, or how long I've been in the water. But I have a watch that does that now, so
Yeah.
I don't have a team member to do it for me.
So yeah, they can look up and see how many they've done so far.
Yeah.
But again, Jack Emberley, first year in Ashland swimming, so definitely hoping to break some records. I think we will see some later on in the season. Hopefully, we'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
As he does.
We have plans to come back senior night and film the senior night meet. I would like to point out that the current record, Ashland High School swimming record for the 500 free, was set in 2012 by Craig Barrett, and it was a little over 5 minutes and 2 seconds. And the girls' record, which was set in 2013 by Lauren Grasberger, is 5 minutes and 40 seconds. So this is a long race.
Yes, I think we're looking at 7 right now, and going into, was it 8 or 9 at this point?
I don't know. I've lost
8 laps?
complete track.
Well, they are not even halfway through yet.
No, but we
So-
currently have Jack Emberley in first, and Johnny Pexey looks like he is in 5th.
So, I'm wondering here, as the season progresses, I'm thinking Jack Emberley, could we see a record set under 5 minutes for the 500 free?
I don't know.
Based on his swimming tonight, do you think I think you were announcing this game?
I was originally announcing this game. If it's not Jack Emberley, I think it could be one of the other swimmers on the team. There are a lot of them that are, I think, have potential to break some of these records. We have some records that were set in 2012, and then we have some records that were set in 2017, the beginning of last year, because it's now 2018.
Yep. Happy New Year's, everybody, as
Yes.
this is coming out. But yeah, I'm just thinking with Jack Emberley, we could see a record for the 500 free under 5 minutes, which would be phenomenal.
If I remember correctly, when we were originally recording this and had some technical difficulties, Rhonda told me that the 500 free is, I think, Jack's favorite event. And I also believe he likes swimming the mile, which I don't know why anyone would.
That is a tough feat. That is a, you see how fast he's going. He's beginning to lap everybody at this point.
I think there was some lapping going on. So the problem is you have these girls swimming against these guys, and guys and girls are they're like in two different categories. So it's probably very, very disheartening to the girls that are being lapped by these guys, even though they're some of the best swimmers on the girls' team. They just can't beat the boys.
Well, as you can see here, Emberley's. I just saw the 15 card flashed.
Oh, so we got 5 laps to go.
So again, already I think now at this point they have 100 left. They've swam 400 yards. So now
at least lane 3, Jack Emberley should have 100 left. I am not sure about the rest of them.
And I don't know how many yards are in a mile. That's something, this is the wonders of Google.
Yeah.
Maybe we can Google this real quick. This is the amazing thing, but this feels like it would be close to a mile.
I don't think so. I believe we still have more.
How many yards in a mile? It comes right up.
Google knows we're talking about it.
So I was, not even close. 500 yards is about a third of a mile.
Okay, so
we'd
like
be talking about
1,500.
Yeah, so it's 1,760 yards if anybody wants to note that. So it's a little under a third of a mile.
Oh, and it looks like we have our first lane to finish. Jack Emberley in lane 3 has come in first for Ashland.
And then look at lane 5, whoever was in
Johnny
Pexey will finish in second,
yes,
it looks
I
like.
believe he is done. We can no longer see on the screen, but I believe he's done. I've not seen him turn around and come back.
It looks like we'll have lane 4 finishing.
Nope, lane 3. I think it was lane 3. No, sorry, 4.
Lane 4 will finish. I think... Oh, lane 6 is still swimming?
Lane 6 is still swimming, and lane 1 is still swimming.
Who's in lane 1?
Beverly Breon. And
I believe this is her last lap.
Oh, and we still have lane 2 swimming.
Yeah, we don't have their names, sadly. Sorry,
no, they are the
them.
Holliston Medway swimmers. Oh, it looks like lane 1 is done.
Beverly finished.
So Ashland, it looks like, came in first, second, and fourth.
And again, just a great overall win for Ashland here.
Lane 6 is also done.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for our last swimmer here before we go to the 200 free relay.
Yep.
So we are going to have our first team, or
first.
My first.
Your
team.
first. Our first race today was also a relay.
So who do we have in lane 1? We have Ben Temple.
Well, let's go over it when we're there.
Okay.
Let's let the focus on the girl who's about to finish.
There we go.
There we go.
So now some cool down. Again, very long race.
Yep.
So you definitely want to cool down, relax your muscles after this.
All right, and now we can go over.
Yep. now we're seeing the teams stepping up.
So for the 200 free relay in lane 1, we have Ben Temple, Bridget McSweeney, Pradeep
Kadimdewan,
and Beverly Breon, who just swam the 500 free. Lane 3,
Vanya Lukashev, Alex Gu, Michelle Grasberger, and Alex Pexey.
And in lane 5, we have Ben Thorner, Katie Landry, Jake Pierson, and Johnny Pexey.
So we got 2 Pexey boys.
We do.
And they're going to be racing against each other at the very end of this. So this will be interesting.
There are actually a lot of siblings on the team. Either past siblings have recently graduated and their younger siblings are still on the team, or they're on the team at the same time. This is definitely a family-oriented team.
Well, we have time to read the relays.
We are back, everybody. We just had some technical difficulties. We are currently at the 200 free relay. This is the first heat.
We just saw the completion of the 500 free. Jack Emberley came in first. Johnny Pexey came in second. Beverly Breon came in fourth. Excellent event. So right now, lane 1, we've got Ben Temple. Bridge McSweeney should be in the water. Pratit Kavminawan is third swimmer. Beverly Breon is the fourth. Lane 3, lane 1 is closest to us. Lane 3 is in the center of the pool. Vanya's already swam. Alex swam. This is Michelle Grasberger. Alex Pexey's coming in the water after that. Lane 5, Ben Thorner, Katie Landry, Jake Pierson will be swimming, and then Johnny Pexey. Flashback. Jackie graduated. She's in her third year at Ithaca College, swimming very well, by the way.
From what you're saying, it sounds like a lot of the Ashland alumni that swam are doing pretty well once they get to college.
There is a lot of college swimmers, and we really have had fun watching them in all different college environments with all different majors, looking at Division 1, 2, and 3 types of schools. We'll be keeping track. Maybe it is our 10-year anniversary. Maybe by senior night we'll be able to reflect on the list of some alums and colleges, especially those that are still currently swimming, like Roger Gurr. Looks like they're going to win that really pretty well.
Yep.
Good job.
Ashland came in first and third. I think third, because it looked like
they took off.
Lane 2 had one more swimmer to go.
And first and third, good points. And
first, third, and fourth.
And as you mentioned, there's a second heat in this event, 2 free relay. Got Ben Pepper, freshman, younger brother of Emily Pepper, Matt Duchesne, Aileen Martins, Andrew Rice, who's older Sims on the team. Lane 3, we have Julie Gillis, Abby Coolidge, Nat Noel, Rachel Bear. And lane 5, we'll have Niraj Padmanabhan, Emma Landry, who dove, Elena Badagliano, and Ryan Kramer. Wonderful to have this many athletes to fill all these relays. Great opportunity for them to practice their relay orders and strategies, but not their relay dives. It's a real shame, because the relay dive is different than the individual event dive. Relay dive, you can start leaning into it. Mm-hmm. You can have movement on the block, whereas individual events you can't. Yeah. So unfortunately that practice won't happen tonight. We do need some wonderful donor out there to help us with our fundraising, to help support Keefe Tech and their equipment for this pool.
How long have they been missing a block?
I think it's since last weekend, because I know they were set up through the fall swimming season with all the different teams and all the different meets here. There possibly could have been an accident at one of the USA meets that we're renting here, because there's so much usage on the blocks. But they need updated, newer blocks anyway.
So it looks like there's nobody in lane 6.
Yeah, so the Holliston Medway team didn't have enough athletes to have another 6th relay of 4 swimmers. These relays are so important. As I say, the splits that these athletes are doing now, because they've been training for 3 weeks, and a lot of the people who don't swim year-round, their swimming can improve so much by doing the drills and skills, by training hard, eating well, sleeping well, all those basics.
I am sure. So our plan is to definitely come back senior night, and I'm sure we will notice a big difference. between what we are seeing tonight and what we will see at the end of the season.
And the hype and the excitement and the noise and the suits. You're going to see a lot of the girls looking like seals in longer black suits that are knee skins that come down to their knees and have a very, very tight appearance. They really love these fast skins, they call them.
Are you guys getting new swimsuits, or is it just
individuals
they're saving them?
can buy them?
Okay.
And some of the year-round swimmers who have a whole collection because they save them for the best meets over the years and are taller, like Michelle, get to share them.
Yeah.
For anybody who's never had a tech suit to try it out, because the water is supposed to be resistant, so you feel fast. You are able to cut through the water. Also, the tightness of the suit makes your muscles feel like they're the way you can perform off the wall feels more powerful and more explosive. And I tell you, I've heard it again and again that the kids feel faster in the tech suit. Maybe it's all the fuss over the tech.
Yeah, it could be. It could just all be a mental thing.
And I tell you, they're really not eating too many bagels and munchies during the meet because they're not comfortable. So if it's just being lean and hydrated, maybe.
So it looks like Ashland just came in first.
And there aren't points for the second heat, but the times count, the splits count, the coach pays attention.
And second.
And it looks like the last swimmer, Rachel Bayer, came in right there, and she's swum at Suburban.
I believe she was in a summer camp I ran
Aww.
a few years ago.
Aww. And then looks like we've got a swimmer in lane 1 who was out. It was out of order. Sometimes the relays do change their placement. Next event's the 100 backstroke, 4 legs to the pool backstroke. They still can't use the block, so they're going to jump in, but they have to use the gutter.
Yeah,
pretty sure
lane 5 doesn't.
I'm pretty sure they're stuck having to lean into the gutter, which really doesn't give you much momentum at all.
Also one of my least favorite strokes.
Oh.
I'd always end up with a pool up my nose.
My favorite stroke, even though I also end up with water up my nose.
I also end up like zigzagging back and forth in the lane. No matter how much I tried, I could not just follow a straight line on the ceiling.
Actually, that's a skill to swim straight down the middle. It really takes precision of each arm being equal. Alex Goose in lane 1, Alex Pexey's in lane 3, and Michelle Grasberger's in lane 5.
Oh, lane 2 used the diving block.
Lane 2.
Lane 2 put their hands on the diving block
Oops.
while everyone else hands were on the gutter.
Oops. It looks like a close event between the two female athletes. Alex seems way in the lead. He is our record holder in the 100 backstroke.
Yeah, both women are very, very, very close. Although in general, this is just a very close race. No one's really like broken away.
Besides Alex.
Yeah. Now he has. When I said it, he wasn't.
Kick.
Ashland first, second, and between the women.
So close.
Too close. But I wonder if the girl in lane 2 will end up getting disqualified because she used the diving block instead.
I thought they would be. My understanding is that all 6 athletes can't use the blocks. Can't use them for backstroke start, can't use them for freestyle or butterfly or breaststroke. And actually, speaking of breaststroke, finally the breaststroke, 100 breaststroke event. We have Emma Landry, our diver, back again, lane 1. She's doing a lot of work tonight. And then we have Philip Nikolov in lane 3 and Vanya Lukashev in lane 5. It's interesting. Philip, I thought, was a butterflyer, but He's also quite good at breaststroke to be seated in the center for the varsity.
Well, I
heat.
feel like it's probably right now you feel like so you have enough time, so why not try out some of these other things?
Yes. Yes.
Or you've already qualified for the event that you're really good at, so maybe you'll find you're good at something else.
Yeah.
Or accidentally qualify.
It, yeah, I wonder if they're discussing that
Yeah.
potential DQ.
So this is the third to last race. However, it
Or
is the
second, well, okay,
second
second
to
last event,
score-wise.
but there'll be 2 heats for
Yep.
the 100 breast. You know, Emma just did a nice start. I think it's because she has diving skill
Yeah.
as a diver. But considering there was no block
Yeah.
there, she had a good grip. So I started my stopwatch because we need a 100 breaststroker. Lauren Manciardi graduated last year. She's swimming at New England University. And she used to do her records at 111.
So to qualify for anything, for either sectionals or states, you need to be at a minimum of, for boys, 1 minute and 7 seconds, and for girls, 1 minute and 17 seconds. So right now, halfway through, we're at 49 seconds.
Vanya's been really good at this, but Phillips is doing a good job. They have a standout breaststroker who's coming in at like a 106 without a block. That's amazing. And Vanya did a 108,
108,
which is the
so-
second away from
Yeah.
sectionals without
Yeah.
starting block.
But I'm sure give it a couple weeks and it could be there.
Because Ashlyn Cable has been nice enough to record this, our divers and swimmers will look at this
Yeah.
video. They will use this to review, especially the divers, and especially being able to watch some of the form of the strokes, especially the IMers.
So it looked like Ashlyn came in first and either second or third, and I did not catch what
Well, we've got,
Emma came in.
looks like we've got Elena Betaglino, Ryan Kramer, lane 3, and Niraj Padmanabhan. And they have 3 swimmers. I hope that we're catching how many of the Ashland High School athletes are in the pool.
Great team spirit.
Let alone the alumni that are here. It's just so sweet to see all
I'm
the kids
sure
supporting one
too the
another.
next couple of weeks once Christmas is over and back beginning of January, there'll be more and more coming.
I hope so.
Because I know, at least I know a lot of the UMasses aren't out yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Little pause here, although, so the scoring for that 100 breast will be done. This is the second heat of the 100 breast, and then we'll have our final event of the meet, which is the 400 free relay. And then we'll be waiting for them to tabulate the score. They'll
Yep.
announce the final. Thinking it's going to be good.
Yeah, I
Shocked.
think so.
although it is still good if we could win our relay. Ooh, early start there in lane 1. Probably a normal start.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to start without the block for them. I do want to mention we have a swim meet again this week. On Thursday, December 21st, we have an away meet versus Medfield at 4:30.
Where's their pool in the Medfield area?
Sadly, I haven't seen the detail. I'm wondering if it's at Kingsbury Club where they train. I'm looking for some notes on it. We'll have it correct online on the
Yes.
Ashland site under athletics, under high school swimming. But some of the away pools are fun. It's fun to try out a different pool.
Yeah. It's fun for us too to go to different places that we've never been to before.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We've got them around minute 13, minute 14, so that's fast.
Yeah.
That's Ryan Kramer.
Minute 19, minute 20.
Excellent. Excellent. And we have
It looks like Ashland does have a good chance with a little bit more practice to.
and Niraj and Elena. So an example of later on in the season, the Tri-Valley Leagues, the girls are separated from the boys. And so a good, strong swim by Elena like that will put her in a competitive
Yeah.
heat in leagues, earning points for the team.
That's good.
And as well, Ryan and Niraj. It's fun. The top 8 get up on blocks. There's awards. Last event of the meet, 400 free relay. Lane 1, we've got Jake Pierson, Ben Thorner, our senior, Anastasia Galperina, our senior, Pratit Kadminawan. Lane 3, we have Jack Emberley, Sam Govan, Katie Landry, a senior, Johnny Pexy, a senior. Lane 5, we've got Peter Lukashev, Beverly Brion, Alex Gu, and Philip Nikolov. Let's go, Ashland. Also, what you might see on Thursday, don't know where the venue is, as I say, except it's against Medfield. You'll see some Santa hats and some silly stuff. You'll see candy canes and things popping out of swim
Everyone
bags.
gets into the holiday spirit. I feel like being in lane 5, even though there's no block, you have a bit of an advantage because you can be more in the center.
Yeah, that's funny. Yes.
Oh, lane 6 got in very late.
You know, even though Holliston Medway doesn't have that many athletes, they've got some very good
Yeah.
athletes. It's the 100, 4 lengths for each individual. So Jack just had a great wall there. Jack's racing Peter Lukashev. Who did all that dive? That's Vanya's
Yeah.
little brother. So we've got someone who did all 6 divings and other swims, and we've got Jack Emily who did a 5 and a free. Okay, so the next swimmers, we've got Sam Govan. In our lane 3, we've got Ben Thorner. In lane 1, Bev Brion, who also did the difficult events, the Tour d'Iam and the 5 and a free today. It's like a real nice pace for Sam. You can only swim 4 times in the meet. I think you can only swim 2 individual and 2 relays. I don't think you can be in 3 relays and 1 individual, but maybe you can. But 4, we can only see each athlete 4 times.
Does diving count as one of those times?
Yes, that's my understanding. That was a really nice dive. Of course, it was Katie Landry. They've got the diving gene in their family as well. Last year, she made it to sectionals and states in the 100 free. And did I miss Alex Google off the block?
I don't know. I kind of wish they were holding up numbers on one end. No.
And I think Anastasia's in the water, lane 1. And she did the 100 fly earlier, which is one of her best events. Well, it looks like our relay's definitely going to win. I would very much doubt with Johnny Pexey being the tail of our 4x100 for relay. They're not going to easily come in with the win here. Good job. They've got Philip as the last swimmer in lane 5.
Oh,
Nikolov.
Like lane 4 just sent in their last swimmer.
Oh, Petit. Very interesting. Our second and third, our lane 1, lane 5 are close. Those relays are close. Yeah, look at that. Philip and Petit.
Oh man, the swimmer in lane 4 is like he has a motor attached to him.
Yes. He's one of those Holliston Medway standouts that we were saying. There are not that many of them here, volume on the team, but there's some real good ones.
Yeah.
Johnny's going to glide in, though, and win us those top points for a relay.
Yep,
First.
Ashland's first.
Yay. And it looks like Philip's ending strong. And Petit right there,
Yep.
too.
Ashland again in third. And fourth.
Yay. 4-minute relays. You know, way under for Johnny's relay, but the last relay came in around 4 minutes. 1 minute 100 frees is nothing to be ashamed of, especially since none of them are able to leave off the block.
Yeah. Not everybody did very well.
So what other things are you involved in, Allison, at Ashland Cable?
Oh man, we are doing so many sports games this season. We are trying to showcase as many kids as possible, and because they've all worked so hard, and we finally have the manpower to go out and do these things. So we're coming up this winter. We are doing skiing, we're doing gymnastics, we're wrestling, swimming, both boys and girls hockey, both obviously boys and girls basketball, which used to be the only sport we covered.
And
oh man.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing some of the gymnastics.
Yeah.
We've got Heather Keaveney's daughter, Allie, is on the gymnastics team. It'll be fun to see the skiing. I've never seen any
very
video
excited.
of skiing.
We have never done a skiing event, and we've never done a gymnastics event before. So fingers crossed that it all works out.
Absolutely. And actually, Heather's quite gifted as a coach, but a photographer too. So she might have some suggestions on where to position
Good.
for as the gymnastics events.
Good, because I know nothing about gymnastics except for what I see in the Olympics.
Well, you certainly know swimming, so we definitely hope you'll come back and help Ashland swim and dive.
Definitely. We are coming back senior night.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Looks like they're going to be doing the final cheers and then announcing the score. Anne seems really happy. I don't see our assistant coach. I don't know our assistant coach. I think she might be down in front of us. We haven't given her airtime. I promise we'll get that information to you.
Okay.
She's new this year. Last few years we've had a different assistant coach.
the Ashland team is significantly bigger than the
The Medway, Holliston
team.
Medway. Yeah, I'd say we might be double.
I know I have a cousin who just graduated last year from the Medway High School, and she was on the one of the divers for the Medway team.
Oh. That's an awfully quiet. That they're gonna get louder.
I'm like, what are they doing down there?
I could holler.
Yeah.
That must be their seniors being brought out on the diving board for Holliston Medway
Yep.
to acknowledge a photo. Cute. So if you want, we can cut the airtime and come back for the score.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Allison, for being here with me.
I had so much fun doing this.
This has been the easiest it's ever been, and I think it's because you're on both sides. I think you're in the production side, and you know how to help narrate and get us through.
It got smoother as it went, definitely.
But thanks to Ashland Cable, thanks to Barbara, thanks to you being here. Thanks for your
Mackie, our camera person.
What's Mackie's last name?
Kotab.
Kotab. Oh, of course, his mom, Kim.
Yep.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mackie.
You know everybody.
It was a fun night. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will come back with the score, and we'll be right back.